may not fear, and it's not in my nature to have any fear. Today you file the petitions, nobody check for 4 days. By the time people is arrested, by the time your premises are demolished, by the time you suffer. And what answer we get? That you follow the procedure. The glory of the High Court is lost today. Nobody cares for anybody. I have faced 3 contempt petitions, contempt notices issued against me by this Honorable High Court. 3. At none of the occasion I was required to request the seniors to come and defend me. The message has gone automatically, spread like the wildfire, and every senior stood by me.
Hello everyone. Today we have joined with Mr. B.M. Mangukiya, a committed member of a fraternity, a legal fraternity. And through this conversion, we will understand his vision, his future, and what he thinks about the bar's next years. Right? So welcome to the podcast, Mr. B.M. Mangukiya.
Hello.
So for those who don't know you, who don't understand who is B.M. Mangukiya as a person, everybody knows as a renowned advocate, but people may not know you as a person. So we would like to know about you as a person.
I am hailing from very simple family. My father was an agriculturist. I am the first person in my family who has been educated. So my background is very humble. My father was an agriculturist. I joined the bar in 1980 with Manubhai Vyas from Bhavnagar. I shifted here in 1983 and I am practicing in this court, in the High Court of Gujarat since 1983.
So it's been a long time. You have been in the, this legal framework, right?
Yeah.
So you have seen, I think, everything about legal framework, if I may so.
Yes, I work in the trial court, lower court, magistrate court, even Mamlatdar courts. And I am now appearing here in the high courts, even different high courts in this other states also, and sometime in the Supreme Court.
Okay. So, sir, as a person, what are those 2 to 3 criterias which helps you to, to motivate other peoples as well as your core values?
Legal fraternity, I'll tell you, it's a basic fundamentals of the democracy, I'll tell you. Lawyers' role all over the world, so far as the democracy is concerned, is very, very important. You can see the very first president of the America was the lawyer.
Yeah.
Several prime ministers of England were the lawyers. First parliament which was constituted after the 1952 first elections, 90% elected members were the lawyers. Therefore, lawyers are the basic features of this democracy, basic things in democracy. If the lawyers start fears, lawyers withdraw themselves, democracy may not survive.
That's a good start with the point, sir. Now let's introduce the elephant in the room. So, which election are you contesting, sir?
President of the Gujarat High Court Bar Association.
And what encouraged you to be part of this?
I'll tell you, when I joined in 1983, the bar was strongest bar of the state, then one of the very good bar of the country. The Gujarat High Court Bar Association has its own prestige, and in cases where the judiciary something went wrong, bar has taken the course. The 2 eminent issues which the bar has taken in those days were the appointment of Justice P.D. Desai and Justice N.B. Patel. Bar took a very strong leadership and got the result. Gujarat High Court is a part of the Bombay High Court. It's a chartered High Court. Since there was a bifurcation in 1960 of bilingual state of the Mumbai into state of Maharashtra and state of Gujarat, the Gujarat High Court has been separately constituted for the state of Gujarat. But the tradition was of the Mumbai High Court, chartered High Court. Today, unfortunately, we lost that glory. Today, the bar has lost its recognitions. It is taken for granted. It's very sordid affairs, which I think under the a demand of the certain sections of my members of my bar, which they were insisting since last 3 elections that I shall offer myself for the post. Recent incident which has occurred where we could not take the course of the transfer of justice, but
Yeah.
it appears that the glory of the bar is required to be restored, unity is required to be brought back, and the legal fraternity of the bar, which is scattered and fractured today, has to be repaired and restored, which prompted me to offer my candidature.
I understand, sir. You stated a very core point of why you have taken this as a initiative. One of my points, sir, in careers this stage, what motivates you to be part of this election? What motivates you to be as a president elections?
I'll tell you why. Today, after 42 years of the practice and training in the bar, as a member of a bar, I may not fear and it's not in my nature to have any fear. Rather, I have a right or wrong impressions carries on my head is that I'm a more outspoken lawyer. It's my nature, I can't change it. But large number of the juniors are the sufferers of the bar. They don't get recognition, which was not the past. The history of the High Court says that the judges have always encouraged the juniors. They have supported from the bench. And when the juniors commit some mistakes and something happens, the glory of the High Court is lost today. Nobody cares for anybody. There shall be a cohesive atmosphere in the bar where everyone should be united, and let there be an atmosphere where the bar should be built up. And bar can only be built up if the juniors are encouraged, juniors are properly guided. And today, the system of education has been changed. What we studied is 3 years course. Now today's 5 years course, more educative knowledge have been received by the newly graduated lawyers. However, the college atmosphere and the practical atmosphere in the courts are very entirely different. So lawyers are always student till they die.
Yeah.
But the atmosphere which exists today needs lots of changes. Lots of changes. Today, I'll tell you, there were no computers. Only
Typewriters.
typewriters were there. When we were filing the petitions, next day petitions were moved. If any objections were there, I knew Mr. Anjali Kumar, who was the deputy registrar,
Yeah.
judicial. He would sit till 9. And any of his objections are there, he would see to it that it is removed and the matter is listed next day and posted before the court for the hearing. We brought the computers. We brought the softwares. Lots of monies have been invested. Lots of the peoples have been engaged so as to save the time and to make the system more effective.
True.
The result is different.
True.
Today you file the petitions, nobody check for 4 days. By the time people is arrested, by the time your premises are demolished, by the time you suffer. And what answer we get that you follow the procedure, SOP. I don't know what that means. And suffering is not the lawyers. Suffering is not of the juniors. Suffering is of the cause of justice.
True.
This august body, known as a High Court, is a temple of a justice, where the justice is to be dispensed. Today what we see is something different than what is dispensing. Sometimes it is very hardly and harsh word stated by the seniors, some judges, eminent judges, that in this temple, august body, the converted into the concrete studio where justice is dispensed with.
I think you have answered with the pain. I think that pain seems in your answers as well, sir. And any actions comes with a purpose, sir. So can you tell me what is the core purpose you find that you it makes you to be part of this election?
After 42 years of the practice, I feel that if I can contribute myself to bring back the integrity, unity, and the glory of the bar back to its basic core.
Well said,
My
sir.
purpose and motive to contest the election is not any my personal purpose. I have no personal agenda. I have no politics. Only purpose is to bring back the unity amongst the juniors and seniors.
True.
Today, the situation is very worst. Bar meetings, no seniors attends. I don't want to go who is right or wrong. But the atmosphere is such that there is no unity. Bar is fractured.
True.
That fracture has to be united. And the bar has to be brought back to its own stature, own recognition. Bar and bench coexist. That is the two basic foundations of the administration of justice. One goes, other collapse.
Well said, sir. While you are answering this question, something pops up in my mind that what are the key improvements you feel you can get into the bar, sir?
The dialogue between the bar and bench. Today there is no dialogue. There is no cohesive atmosphere which should be a conducive atmosphere for good administration of justice. Administration of justice has a different agencies. It comes from the police, public prosecutors, high courts, judges, infrastructures of the entire bodies. Every organ of this system has to function. Failure of the one organ paralyzes the system. Today, everything has gone wrong. And worst of it, that after introductions of the computers in the High Court and bringing the softwares has worsened the things. This just casualty is the cause of justice. Justice delayed is denied. That's a well-known facts we hear every time. Well-known proverb. Here, justice is sought to be done after injustice is executed. What is the meaning thereof?
True.
I'll tell you one thing. In one of my case, oral instructions was given by the vacation judge. They don't demolish it. The government leader said, don't demolish. There is oral instructions. The officer said that there is no written order passed by the High Court.
Oh.
Therefore, don't follow your oral instructions. The premise is demolished. High Court said that explain it. 3 years have gone. Matter is not being heard.
Oh my God.
What is this? This is a very sordid affairs of administration of justice. People let not lose the faith in this system. This is the only hope of the survival of democracy. And for that, everyone should strive.
Yeah. With this said, sir, I think you have some plan for the bars already, in your mind. So can you please tell me or ensure me that how you are making the bars atmosphere, more cooperative, more respectful, and healthy, so that people can take the advantage of it?
I have a broad plan in my mind, which I am going to work if I am successful. First, I will try to create a cohesive atmosphere in the bar, and there should be an united voice of the bar to the bench. That message must go, that you cannot take the bar for granted. That should be a meaningful dialogues. There should be a regular interactions between the bar and the bench. And whatever the questions being faced by the litigant has to be informed to the honorable judges, and the resolutions are to be brought about. Today, that system is totally failed. So first and foremost requirement in my mind is, and the duty will be of newly elected president, whoever it may be, to see that there should be a meaningful dialogue between bench and bar. First, all the issues which are being faced by the juniors, young persons, those are coming to the high courts, are to be resolved forthwith. SOP has to be changed, and there shall not be delay. There are instances where the courts are open at midnight if the cause of justice demands. Today that system has gone. I have seen several judges said no, they're not available. That was not there. So there is something missing between the bench and bar.
Right.
That link has to be restored. I don't want any confrontations with anyone. But I am committed to effects that there should be meaningful the interactions between bench and bar, and there should be a conducive atmosphere so that cause of justice shall not suffer.
Understood. Yeah, well said. A lot of legal fraternity people are listening to us right now, sir. There are different level of senior, juniors, maybe newcomers are joining the bar. I mean, what are the immediate steps you think which makes coordination and understanding between all the level of advocates who are joining the bar, sir?
My first and foremost things would be to restore the atmosphere of the bar of this High Court, which was established in 1960, which was continued till 2000. After the system of appointment of the Chief Justice from the other state, every new Chief Justice has brought something new. This has become cosmopolitan. We have brought the certain things from other states, experience of the judges appointed from the other state. Good things are to be adopted. But we lost our own identity. There is no Gujarat High Court today.
Oh.
We have my professor, Mr. Desai, who was teaching me Constitution, said that the Indian Constitution is like Kashmiri chadri. That's one good piece has been brought from one place, another good piece has been brought from another place, another good from another place. It said that Kashmiri chadri. One piece is Irani, one piece is Turkey, one piece is Kashmiri.
They assembled everything at one
everybody
place.
assembled and make it a beautiful piece. Or he was saying that our constitution has been brought about from England, from America, from Europe. The certain pieces of the southern constitutions have been taken and had been beaten. That's not the issue. Issue is today we are scattered, fractured, and lost our identity.
Oh.
So that's a glory which we have. We had a consistent practice of change of roster after 6 weeks. After 3 years, the rosters of the judges are not changed.
Oh.
There is a monotony.
Right.
Just become monotonous. That suffers cause of justice.
True.
Judges are human beings. They need the change. And why the Chief Justice do not do it? So this is the thing which we have had meaningful dialogues, meaningful interactions with the Chief Justice, and we shall see to it that we are heard and the appropriate actions are taken.
I can sense a strong leadership in your steps, sir, which makes bar more prominent again, I guess.
Today, what I will give that I am contesting the elections not for my sake. I have no personal agenda. It is under the compulsion I am contesting the election because large number of the members have said that now I shall offer myself. It's a call to the bar whether they want to have a change or not. If they want the change, they shall vote accordingly. But today, the order of a day is that the bar is not recognized as a bar. It is a body taken for granted, non-existence, which has to be changed. And our own glory of the bar, our own glory of the bench, our own cohesive body of the bench and bar has to be brought back again. And we have to restore our unity and our statures, our recognition in the bench and bar both.
42 years in the legal fraternity, sir. You have spent, I guess, more than what my age is. And I can sense that when you are young, your thought process that maybe these initiatives can be good if for young advocates. So what are your plans for those young advocates, sir? What are the initiatives you have?
I'll tell you my own example. I have faced 3 contempt petitions, contempt notices issued against me by this Honorable High Court. 3. At none of the occasion I was required to request the seniors to come and defend me. The message has gone automatically, spread like the wildfire, and every senior stood by me. I had a 6 years practice, 7 years practice when the notices were issued to me. And I did nothing wrong. I never tendered my apology in those proceedings. But the message was that the bar was united and we cannot be prohibited. Today, juniors are being most casualty, most. Nobody stand by them. Why? The same bar, same seniors are there. What has led to this atmosphere? We need introspections and we must come out with this sordid affairs and we must be united and we must stand as a strong body. We must give a strong message that we are united here. We are persons, we are the body who is to be recognized. Cognizance cannot be taken for granted and our voice has to be heard properly.
What challenges do you think, sir, you are going to face in this election? And what are the retrospects you are going to take?
I'll tell you, it's a multiple election. There are 4 or 5 candidates. The picture would come out on 8 when the withdrawals are over. And this is for the first time after the last many years that so many contestants are throwing their hits. Otherwise, there would be 1 or 2 candidates, at the most 3 candidates. In every post, there is a multiple contest. For the president also, it was expected that there would be one against one. But today I am told that there may be 5 or 6 candidates. One thing is certain, these elections has created an interest amongst the bar. And therefore, there are multiple contests in every post, be it president, vice president, general secretary, joint secretary, and the members of the committee. So it's a good thing, good message.
How you have envisioned, sir? Because when there are multiple people, everybody has their own viewpoints. Everybody has their own perspective. How you have envisioned that you can, if you become a president, how you can accommodate everyone's viewpoint, even if it's not in your favor, if it's in your favor?
Joe, in democracy, difference of opinion is the basic nature, basic features. Therefore, you have to listen to everyone, every opinion, be it in favor or against it. You have to wait, consider it, and what is proper in the interest of the bar, you have to implement it.
How will you ensure the transparency?
Is my motto.
About accountability?
Accountability, I'll tell you. I'm committed to the cause. I'm for the restoration of the dignity of the bar, and therefore I'll be accounted for. There will be no personal agenda. There will be no political agenda.
So now
Only agenda would be of the restoration of the integrity of the bar, restoration of the dignity of the bar, restoration of the voice of the bar, restoration of the unity of the bar. That's the only accountability I can work for.
So can I get an assurance that you are going to run bar very smoothly?
I don't know. Smooth is a word which has no definitions. I'll tell you. One who fights with the tornado and comes out, and he consider my journey was very smooth.
Right.
And one with little inconvenience would say my
Right.
journey was very clumsy, very it's a differing from person to person. સંસ્કૃતમાં કીધું છે તુંડે તુંડે મતી ભીંડે. એટલે what would be future, how future will work, that's the time will tell.
Sir, so many people are listening to us right now. So many are looking at you right now. I would like you to, whatever message you want to pass on to them, you can look at the camera and you can say to them.
I am contesting the elections for the president of the bar. My purpose and motive or my intention to contest the election is only one. I want that the bar be united, there shall be no fracture, and the voice of the bar be heard by the bench. There should be meaningful interactions between the bar and bench. There should be a conducive atmosphere for administration of justice at the bar. Juniors should not face any difficulties, and the cause of justice shall not suffer and shall not become the slave of procedure. Administration of justice is never the slave of procedure. Today, the situation is different. The administration of justice has become the slave of procedure. SOP is the worst, and that has to be changed. That will be the first and foremost task which is I'm proposed to take.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the dialogue. As you guys have heard, we have clear vision. Sir has a clear motto, and he has a plan and steps to move forward with. Thank you so much for joining us today. Signing off. Thank you.